Hello, friends. Welcome to the Cinemondo podcast.
You know what I love?
Today? What do you love?
I know what you love.
Video games. And oh, dude, that sounded really. I don't know what that sounded like. Okay. But I love video games. I sometimes love video game movies, not very often. So this has a high bar. Like, it's hard to make a good movie out of a video game, but Borderlands has a lot going on in it. So since it's kind of apocalyptic and everything, it has a lot of background that could lend itself to being a good movie. So I'm very interested, but there are things counting against it.
Filmmakers kind of don't get what is cool about the game, or it's, I mean, there's some things like The Last of Us or something that kind of gets it, but then you'll see something like that World of Warcraft movie.
You know what they don't get right sometimes is the player experience. Like,
right,
they think it's all about the storyline of the video game. That's not it. Like, that's probably the least interesting part. The part is the interaction and the kind of character and world building you're doing as the character. So you got to bring in your character perspective and the sort of sense of involvement. And that's where Warcraft really blew it, because it was basically only about like the cutscenes that you always fast forward anyway in the video game. You don't care about the mythology. No one cares. We care about what they should have had is like Dungeons and Dragons did so well. The merry band of, misfits who go along on this journey, and that was what made the movie work. But I'm interested in seeing if this brings in that character sort of experience to the movie, because that's kind of critical. That's the emotional heart of a video game.
What movie do you think nailed the feeling of playing a game? Because you're such an intense gamer.
Probably Last of Us and Dungeons and Dragons are probably the top of the heap when it comes to that, because they bring emotional resonance and they're not afraid to take a moment to breathe while they do that.
I thought and bring in Double Dragon.
Was that a video game? That was one I didn't play. I think that's why I didn't. Double Dragon was amazing, but only because of all the prop work that was done.
Yeah, the prop. Yeah, it was incredible. And
prop work was amazing.
A shot in Cleveland. Amazing.
Shot in Cleveland.
Yeah, shot in Cleveland was. Yeah,
that was the important part.
That was shot in Cleveland.
Cuyahoga River on fire.
But the cast, is A-list in this one. First, it was written and directed by Eli Roth. Starring.
That's too bad. Sorry, I love Eli. I love him, sort of.
But Cate Blanchett, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, Gina Gershon, Ariana Greenblatt. So
how did they get all these people? Like, what?
Well, how? I mean, I'm not sure what the budget is, but obviously it's pretty high. And Eli Roth is doing like a big budget film. He's not doing sort of the slasher horror gore stuff that he did with Thanksgiving and the Green Inferno Hostel.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
So I'm very skeptical, because I have never don't play video games a lot, never played Borderlands, so I'm going in totally cold, which is probably good.
Yeah.
In the sense that I don't expect much. But we'll see. I mean, it's coming out August. It's a big summer blockbuster.
Well, it has to work even if you haven't played the video game, because that's sort of the trick. Like, that's what made some of the other ones, like Last of Us, you didn't have to play the game to enjoy the show. I think that's why it was such a hit, is that they didn't rely on fan service or gamer, not inside knowledge necessarily. So I think that was sort of what made that work.
Right.
To me, the promotional stuff for this makes it look like a superhero movie. It looks like the Suicide Squad or something, or Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's supposed to be a little more. I think it's a PG-13. So Eli Roth doing sort of a more family-friendly, blockbuster.
That worries me a little bit.
I know. Well,
family-friendly in Borderlands, it's just not.
I know nothing about. I might be wrong. I haven't seen the trailer. I'm just based on the. I don't know if Cate Blanchett's going to be in an R-rated hardcore gore film.
Yeah,
but
so we watch a trailer and
and Jack Black always always comedy.
I love when genre films pull punches. It's always
okay.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Okay, Borderlands.
Okay,
are you ready?
Ready.
And
would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
The Blanchett looks amazing.
Legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault. And if you go hunting for it, you'd better take any help you can get. because it's on the weirdest, most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe. God, I hate this planet.
What is that smell?
Piss wash gullet.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to! Roll the window up!
It's pee. It's pee. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did it get the name?
It's in my mouth!
Do you know how many people have died looking for this vault?
We have something they don't, baby girl.
Okay. What?
Major issues. Time to make it rain with your body parts.
What did I tell you?
Minimal
No
explosion.
I said no explosion.
Minimal.
Step aside, bitches!
Ooh, mine's bigger.
What are you doing? I needed a gun. So you asked for it.
There's only one of you in the world, and you're special.
Uh-oh.
Kill them all. What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Ooh, actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really ready for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.
I've never seen anyone want to be James Gunn so bad in my life.
Cool mix. Electric Light Orchestra.
And that song didn't really have anything to do with the movie. You got to tie it in somehow. It's got to be.
Well, they're trying to do the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know,
I know they are, but the Guardians of the Galaxy tied it in. That's what I'm saying. The
of
songs
course.
made sense with this, but this made no sense. It was just ELO because it's funny, and it was James Gunn, but without the intelligence. That's what.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with this.
it-
Sometimes you see a movie and you're like, weren't they saying, guys, this is a bit too much like Guardians of the Galaxy? Let's kind of
No,
pull
they're
back.
like, hey, it should be more like Guardians of the Galaxy. And have a
Right.
hit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you
exactly
understand the entertainment industry.
right. They're going for that.
Competition is good in the entertainment.
You know,
industry.
throw a little bit of Mad Max in there. You know, throw a little of this, that, and the other thing, and you know, it's just like seems like this mix of tons of things, and trying to throw in some comedy, bring in these big stars. I mean, Jack Black plays the the robot, but
Oh, I didn't even
you
know.
know,
It didn't look like him at all.
I know. He's let himself go, man.
that Kazu does great work on in makeup. But yeah, so it's just I just look at that and go, you know, okay, maybe Cate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis are having fun, but I just feel they're so
Wasted.
above this kind of stuff, you know.
And you
It's
know,
like
I mean, I played the video
movie.
game, and it kind of has that feel like it's not taking itself seriously, but it's just so James Gunn. It's like if you want to be James Gunn, let him do it. You know, it's like it seems like I don't know.
And also that James, I'm just going to say real quick, it just seems like it's the same
place.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of a new place to take the humor. You know, it's like, of course, somebody gets pee in their mouth, somebody's pooping, and somebody, you know, it's
There's
like
two like those kind of jokes. And also, I just hate bratty teenage characters. Every time there's a teenage girl in a movie, there that same character, like close your window. I cannot stand that. It's just a pet peeve now. Every time it's teen girl, they're always the same. I can't stand it.
It's got a Deadpool vibe to it too, with that, you know, and but I think that style of humor that, God, I hate this planet.
Poop jokes.
It's like
we've seen it done that by the numbers. It feels very dated to me. Like you know, there's 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and there's some other stuff that James Gunn has done, who does it well.
Yeah.
So Eli Roth is coming in, you know, from a different world, basically, you know, and saying, okay, here's a big paycheck. I'm going to write and direct this big budget film.
I don't blame him for wanting to do it. Like,
not at all. No. And we'll stretch it, you know. But
maybe the trailer's not doing it justice.
maybe it's good.
Maybe it's good. Here's a poster. And this is pretty much what you would expect from the poster. Also, just sort of psychedelic, lots of bright colors, another kind of Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it, but instead of cool tones, warm tone,
red hair. And
Cate Blanchett looked amazing, and Jamie Lee Curtis. So, they're lucky they have her in it, so that's awesome.
Jamie
I love
Lee
her
Curtis,
red glasses.
Our Lord.
Yeah, and here she is. I love her. She's so cool.
I mean, it's good looking. It's I like.
But they're just kind of stuck on a background, kind of. It's not really. And then we have just this weird looking guy.
Florian Munteanu.
Munteanu, yes. So
this
one, jury's still out on this one. Maybe not. It's a hard one. Video games hard to adapt. We have a director who hasn't really done this kind of genre before. We have him taking a lot of cues from James Gunn, which is a good place to start because he's kind of nailed that whole vibe. So we'll see what happens.
Ensemble thing with people dressed in superhero-ish
cool
outfits and on another planet. I guess you can't.
And the hair and makeup's always perfect, even though you're like, why are we doing all this?
Which I guess you can't avoid comparisons to Guardians of the Galaxy or Suicide Squad or Mad Max or
exactly.
All that stuff.
It is all of those things. Yes.
Yeah.
So, they're probably banking on saying, hey, listen, people love that stuff. It's a summer movie. They're going to go see it. Since there's no Guardians of the Galaxy, let's give them this.
Yeah.
And, and maybe it'll be really super fun.
Can't do them all. James Gunn can't direct everything. He's got his own job. He's got things to do. It's good.
Maybe it's good.
We always hope for movies. We always want them to be good. That's where movie lovers. So
but sometimes the trailers do not do it justice.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
all like ran out of things to say, I guess.